XQC's downfall has officially begun. People have mixed emotions from a clip that went viral on X. He said the most out-of-pocket thing I have ever heard him say. But this clip makes no sense out of context, especially with what's been happening recently.
This message is for XQC.
So let's figure this out together. How does XQC beef with someone in general? Earlier in the year, XQC was in the news for beefing with BruceDropEmOff. This is a good baseline for how he typically handles beef.
You're a you I ain't gonna lie, you be you got the 500.
Anything else, chat? Or anything else what? Anything else, chat?
That was pretty hard, not gonna lie. Like a lot of people are saying, Bruce definitely looks like the loser in this one. However, Bruce's anger points to how most creators feel about XQC. On one hand, it's powerful not to have to say anything to essentially insult someone. But on the other hand, creators like Kai Cenat are upset he's not held accountable for his actions because he's not directly addressing what he said. However, in this scenario with Bruce, XQC was in the right. But this will be important later because by XQC talking a lot of crap about creators, he's making a lot of enemies for himself. And that will eventually come back to haunt him later. But in the meantime, with this situation with Bruce, he goes on to make a really good point about how Bruce promotes things that kids shouldn't necessarily be exposed to.
Keeps doubling down, tripling down, doing double, like ban evading after doubling down. And it's like, dude, if anybody else did that, they'd get like insta permad. Like what the what the fuck is Twitch moderation doing?
It is important for people like XQC to essentially hold companies like Twitch responsible. Think about it. If people like him weren't advocating for certain things to get banned and how things should go, odds are these streaming platforms like Kick and Twitch would probably get away with stuff that they shouldn't. So when he's more vocal, it makes things like Twitch and Kick a better place. But this is part of the reason why XQC's empire is starting to crumble. By talking about a lot of things you shouldn't, you're gonna create a lot of enemies. But I'm sure if we asked XQC directly, he would say he's doing this because he thinks it's right. For example, here's him making a value judgment on a few creators.
Bruce Andy doing this whole like smoking a weed with my friends, with the type of audience that they have. This is my argument, this is the argument that they push, this is their mentality. Is a lot more damaging to the youth than some guy having some skeletons in his closet from way back when, years before, of being something else. It's by a basis of maybe 500x, 1000x the damage. So if you want to save the kids, don't make streams that are targeted at kids where you smoking weed with your boys, doing drugs. I'm good on that, bro.
He made another good point there. However, it is this attitude that gets him in trouble. But for XQC, things would pick up because he had hope. At the end of June, XQC was nominated for Streamer of the Year. To put this into context, he's been nominated Streamer of the Year 7 times across multiple award ceremonies. However, he's never won this award. For someone that makes, according to the internet, $9 million annually a year, there's probably not much that could bring an extra boost in happiness. But when it comes to recognition, when it comes to these awards, that's where things could be different. So what do we know about the situation so far? XQC's ability to make enemies very quickly, and his desire to win an award ceremony. But what could possibly be added to the situation that caused him to crash out a few days ago? How about an ungrateful ex trying to get back at you? While all of this was going on, XQC had to deal with his ex. After what seemed like the longest legal battle, he finally dismissed his case against his ex. I want you to imagine the person in your life that you trust the most. Imagine this person then goes on to hold one of your cars hostage and essentially refuse to give it back to you. Now, undoubtedly, one of the only reasons you would dismiss a case like this is just to get some peace in your life. You want to cut ties with the past, you want a fresh start, and you're sick of all the drama. Maybe your ex did sell it and make a profit off of it, but you just want to cut your losses and move on. I bring this up because the only reason why you'd leave $500,000 on the table is just to move on with your life. That's the headspace that XQC is in. Why does it feel like the world is against him? It is that phrase he might end up recreating a few months from now. But fortunately for XQC, it's not all gloom. In fact, he's out there on the market again.
I mean this in the best way I can. I have no idea who you are, like actually. Like no idea. Yeah. Not
Now
because,
you do.
wait, what do you mean? Yeah, now I do. Yeah. So it's why I want to like, you know.
But even with an interaction like that, people are still guessing if it's actually genuine. And I'm sure XQC is thinking the same thing in the back of his mind. Maybe he's questioning if the people around him are in it for the money. But what if you hung around someone that already had money? And this is where XQC makes one of the most interesting moves I've seen him make. He collabs with arguably the most hated man on earth in 2024. He invites Drake on his stream. This entire summer, Drake was being accused of being a little too comfortable with the younger ladies, if I can say that. Regardless, the world looks at him differently now. But that didn't stop XQC from inviting him on the stream. I'm not sure if misery loves company, but here these two are streaming together.
You have to switch this on,
It's on a play, you know. It's like,
You have to switch this one. We're real sixers. We're real sixers. They're real six side. We don't listen to that.
you know what it is before?
Nah. What? Yeah. Of course. What do you mean? Yeah, exactly. Play some Blink 182.
Now, I respect the clout move from a business perspective, but the timing is interesting. I don't think you could have picked a worse time to collab with Drake, but this is the reality of XQC's world. It's him versus everyone. But to make things worse, what's one thing you can do to make most of the streaming community upset at you? Insult one of the most beloved creators, Kai Cenat. XQC and Kai Cenat got into it after this comment made by XQC. In XQC's defense, I think he was trying to be accurate with his statement. I think he was trying to see this as almost a sports analyst trying to figure out why a team won. But needless to say, it was not received well.
This message is for XQC. Okay? No cap, bro. It gets to a point where 3 strikes and you're out. I'll be relaxing. I've always showed Felix support. I've always been cool, collected, never talk shit. Very cool and collected. But when there's little jabs getting in there and not saying and I'm not saying nothing, then feel free that they can make even more jabs. He'll glaze me and then he'll bipolar switch and say some wild shit. I done seen him do it with Rage. I done seen him do it with Aiden. I done seen him do it with Matt. Felix, let me tell you something, Felix, okay? Felix, let me tell you. I'll be holding my composure, but that. You too flip-floppy, and I don't know what's up. What's for what, though, gang? That's it is illegal, bro. Stop doing that. You dick riding, gang. And I know he gonna see this. And don't try to watch flexing me. Please, because we can do whatever you want to do. Watch for watch, house for house, M for M. I'm with it. You can't do that with me. So don't try to do some. No. I'll fill up my whole arm. And I'm very humble, gang.
It's obvious Kai Cenat was hurt. I think it says a lot on how most streamers feel about XQC, especially FaZe Clan, and we'll get there. But instead of immediately apologizing, this is what XQC decided to say.
I don't have time to address whatever drama is happening. I don't know what's happening on Kai Cenat. I don't know why he's talking shit. Okay? Listen, if he wants to talk shit, listen. I have requirements to get the drama first. First, he has to get a ruling table, whatever, right? Unroll it. If you're not 6 feet tall, I can't speak. I'm not allowed to. It's a legal thing. 6 feet or more in order to talk to me, please, sir.
The insult was pretty funny, but it seems like most people in the comments are on Kai's side. Some people are even asking what's the beef between them. Aren't you guys glad you're getting the rundown now? If you're enjoying this video, hit that subscribe button. Guys, I don't think I can say this enough. I really appreciate the support that you guys are giving me. I'm excited to make more videos that you guys enjoy. But it seems a general opinion of the public is starting to solidify about X. Here's a comment on Reddit that really wraps up how most people feel about XQC. I feel the same way. I feel sorry for XQC in some ways. Yes, he has a lot of money, but on the inside, I feel like he lives a very lonely life. But all that to say, not everyone cares about XQC. We are finally caught up with where we are now. Enter FaZe Clan. Now this beef with FaZe Clan has been there for a long time. Recently, FaZe Banks made a video to mock XQC. This was his genuine reaction to the insult.
I am finished.
That's not bad. Very nice. Very nice. Damn. Reminds me of the up and coming days when I used to be broke as fuck. I used to have one of these. The humble days, chat. The humble days, man. I hope he makes it. Much love, man.
Naturally, after such a video, XQC would go on to say some other things about FaZe Clan in general. And to be honest, the boys didn't like that. They tried to hold XQC accountable by getting him on a phone call and walking him through the accusations he made against them.
Bro, why are you saying that I like threw a temper tantrum on Eddie? What are you talking about?
I didn't say that.
Yes, you did. You said, and I quote, like, your rage and Bruce just throwing temper tantrums, blah, 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 blah.
Now this is where everything hits the fan. Let's sum up this year for XQC. He was originally nominated for Streamer of the Year. He ended up losing that, which combined with the other competitions would be the 8th time in a row, has his personal life in shambles, and is now being hated on by fellow streamers who just won an award. For XQC, that was the final straw, and it was time to crash out.
And all that was fuck Lacey, fuck Ron, fuck FaZe, fuck Banks, Balding, bitch ass, fuck all them. Fuck all these mother suckers. I'm switching sides. All these busters, fucking no content and these busters, holy shit. Zero content, only bots and bald. Can you believe that? Holy basic clap, retweet.
He just declared war on FaZe Clan, and with how his year's been, this could be the beginning of the end for him. But if you want to meet another influencer that's having one of the worst years of their life, let me introduce you to HS Tiki Taki. He crashed a McLaren that was a rental with his buddy and fled the country because of it.
Hey, General, you good?
I feel something crack, bro.
Are you alright?
If you want to check out that video, click here and I'll see you there.